Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Jim Rats, breaking down the Final Four, giving you our best bets. As always, it is me, XFL Jim, joined by, of course, Chase Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oakland, baby. And we have Uncle Rico, a.k.a. Erik, a.k.a. ETOF21 Sports, the brains behind the operations, holding it down. Whoa. Unless that, basically every time we say something stupid. Sports Facts chiming in, by the way. Since Oklahoma State is out, assuming you were taking Tulsa plus 5.5 and on the money line.
Yeah, it's against Auburn, dude. Fuck Auburn.
Uncle Rico is great because he is the logic and the data behind the betting, and Jim and I are like the QAnon of sports betting.
I do like that, Chase. I like that comparison there. Boys, there's two games to go over. The Final Four lays before us. Congratulations to Illinois, UConn, Michigan, and Arizona.
Uh-oh. Shepherd the lost sheep.
I just unplugged my mic. It's okay. We're good. We're still live. We're still here. This is the kind of production you expect out of this show.
Jesus.
I only chugged four.
Sheep got me.
I only chugged 4 beers yesterday, so I should be feeling pretty good this morning.
Jim, you don't even get the Shepherd the lost sheep reference, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I do not.
God, you're so fucking young, dude.
I'm not Erik. You're right. You guys want to talk some basketball? You want to talk some Illinois UConn, where Illinois is a 1.5 point favorite? The total's 139.5, and UConn's plus 110 on the money line. Did anyone have some bets for this game? Chase, what do you got?
I'm going to do something that I'm thinking might actually be dangerous, which is I'm going to be betting according to the bracket that I filled out. And I'll tell you what, in the bracket that I filled out, I had UConn making it to the finals. And I'm getting plus money on UConn on the money line right now. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that swing off the team of destiny vibes here with UConn, especially after a win that they shouldn't have got against the number one seed of number one seeds. You can say they got a lucky break, but they also had to come back from like 20 points down to do it. So let me get UConn here on the money line. I'm all over that. Also, I'm going to play against one player in UConn here and taking it under in a prop, which is Alex Caravan under in his rebound total. The reason being that Illinois team is very long. They're very long all over the court too. They got a lot of big white guys that like to rebound the basketball. So I'm going to go under there, but I do think that UConn can win this game. So that's my play.
Erik, what are you rolling with?
I got 2. The first is I did Caravan, but I did over 11.5 points. I think it sets up as a classic bounce back spot. Coming off a 2 for 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. Zoom out over the course of the season, 48% from the floor, 39 from beyond the arc. Player who averages 13 plus per game. More importantly, consistent volume, getting 10 shots per game, including about 5 from 3-point. Matchup wise, I still think this favors him. Illinois is going to key in on taking away UConn's primary option of Reed, who carried them to this spot. This is going to leave open looks for Caravan. Illinois allows a high volume of 3-point attempts, around 27 per game, and against a team like UConn who likes to space the floor, I think that's huge. 34. He's going to get 34 minutes. He had 22 against Furman, 27 against UCLA, 17 against Michigan State. Couldn't hit the broadside of the barn against Duke. But also in that game, he was guarding Boozer a lot. So I really think that took a physical toll on them. So I think a bounce back spot for Caravan. So I took it over 11.5 points.
Erik, would you still take that sitting at minus 195?
I got this at minus 115 on Tuesday, Jim.
Yeah, it's like minus 200 right now.
Oh, Jim, what is it? What is the regular line at, dude?
If you want close to like minus 110, you're going to want like 14 or 13.5.
Yeah, I'd still take that.
Okay.
You whale played us there. You whale played us and changed that line.
I wouldn't call that whale play. I would call that he smart played you. He slow rolled you because he bet this earlier in the week, as a smart bettor usually does.
True.
And then I played this one earlier in the week. I got Illinois on the money line at minus 124.
That's not that. It's minus 130 right now. Not
Okay.
really, not
Right.
that different.
I think it's just a situation you have to fade them. First team ever to be down by 15 or more against a 1 seed in the V8. And 1, Illinois just beat Iowa, going 3 of 17 from 3. But the thing that really impressed me was Underwood's ability to adjust on the fly, something he hasn't done in the past. Normally, Illinois takes half their shots from 3. Against Iowa, they only shot 17, 32%. Huge adjustment for Underwood and his staff. Shots aren't falling to totally change the way that they're playing. When we talk about rebounding, like Chase mentioned, Illinois averages roughly 13 offensive rebounds per game, 39% of available offensive rebounds, third in the nation. UConn grabs rebounds 74% of the time. Similar matchup to Michigan State. UConn, it got exposed on that. I think it's going to be even more because Illinois is a better rebounding team than Michigan State. Illinois doesn't turn the ball over, 22nd in the country. And getting to the free throw line, UConn is 188th in free throw rate allowed. Combine that with Illinois being first in the nation in limiting of free throw attempts to opponents. I just think we're going to see Illinois generate extra opportunities, getting to the free throw line, limiting UConn's free throw attempts, and getting on the offensive glass. Another key factor is the 5-out system that's going to pull Reed away from the basket, forcing him to expand more energy on defense. Then I think that's really going to impact what he's able to do on the offensive end. I don't really trust UConn's guards either. So I'm just going to take Illinois here to straight up win at minus 124.
And I've got a few bets myself in this game. I've got Alex Karaban plus 15, over 15 points at plus 120.
Jim, I laddered that. I laddered Callie up. He was like, that was like plus 200 earlier in the week.
Yeah, tell me about it, Eric. They see your action. The books look at your action, and they're just like, oh shit, Uncle Rico's on it, baby. We got to adjust these lines.
I said whale play. He's more like the market mover. He's
the sharp.
No,
Yeah.
Uncle Rico the sharp there.
barely.
I'm also on Illinois, race to 10 points, minus 120.
You're not going to do the kill shot bet?
I'm not going to do the kill shot bet.
Oh,
But then I do have a nice little parlay because I do rock with Chase that I do think UConn somehow magically gets there. This is totally based off of just nothing but the past, where if UConn does get past the first weekend, they're making the championship game, and everyone points to the stats like the Ken Palm stats. If you have to have a top 5 offense, top whatever defense,
Yeah, and offensive and defensive efficiency.
that UConn does not have. But guess what? The record's like however many and 3 for national champions to have those stats. The 3 that don't are all UConn teams.
That makes sense.
So UConn, I don't know. Something about them. Something about his UConn team. But I do think Illinois comes out hot. So I have the parlay of Illinois moneyline first half, UConn moneyline full game, plus 525.
Woo!
jeez, Jim, look at you, dude.
Yeah. That's my last bet for this one. That's my favorite bet for this one is Illinois to win the first half, UConn to win the full game. Because I think no matter what, I think UConn will have to come back. And also, let's make some money. I know Duke's a hazard. It wasn't on. It wasn't one of the shows that I was watching.
Come home, turn on TBS.
Wasn't on. TBS for me back in the day for me, like it was old Nick at Night stuff, and it was just like Full House, Cosby Show.
That was all side though. Like back in the day, Bo and Luke would be out. They'd be like Shepherd the Lost Sheep.
I like
Shepherd
that.
the Lost Sheep.
Yep.
Next game, boys. Michigan, Arizona. This is maybe Uncle Rico's favorite game.
Jesus, yeah.
He really wants Michigan to make it all the way. Let me tell you. The Wolverines are 1.5 point favorites in this one. The total is 157.5 plus 102 on the money line for Arizona. Chase, why don't you start us off?
System play, Jim. It's a system play. Not only that, this is what falls into the theme of I'm once again picking with my bracket here because I had Arizona to win this whole thing. So if you give me plus money on a dog with a spread that's less than a bucket, I'm going to take that shot 99% of the time. I like Arizona. I think that Arizona actually physical profile matches up really well with Michigan's physical profile because you have that what's the foreign kid's name, like Kravox, something like that. That matches up really well with that super tall dude from Michigan. I think you have really athletic guard play, not only in the starting five, but off the bench for Arizona. And you have really good shooting coming off the bench from Arizona with Del Orso. So I like Arizona. I'm going to take the plus money here and go ahead and take the swing. I'm not surprised if this is a very close game, like the spread kind of shows. But I do think that Arizona is far from without a chance, and I'm going to go ahead and take the even money shot.
Just let me say, I'm so happy that both these games are super close spreads, that we should be getting two very awesome games. Right. I also agree with you that I think Michigan and Arizona, just together, they match up against each other super well.
Yeah.
Eric, what are you rolling with?
I took Arizona on the money line. I got this at plus 111. Coming into the tournament, I had Arizona as my top overall team. So again, plus money, I'm going to take it. Matchup standpoint, it just is strength versus strength. I'm going to side with the defense here. Michigan wants to live at the rim. They're one of the best 2-point shooting teams in the country. Big part of their offensive identity, but the problem is Arizona is elite at defending the rim, and they're one of the best 2-point defenses in the nation. So what Michigan does best, Arizona is built to take away. And in a game of this magnitude in a Final Four environment, I'm going to lean toward the team on the defensive side of the board. When we look at the rebounding, Michigan is strong, top 20 in rebounding, but Arizona is even better, second in the nation rebounding. That's huge because Michigan generates a lot of offensive rebounds. But if Arizona is able to limit it, that's going to limit what Michigan can do offensively. Arizona can't create ball pressure. I don't trust these Michigan guards. We need to remember that game at Iowa, they had 20-plus turnovers. They should have lost it. Cadeau had allergic reaction. He was carted off on a stretcher earlier in the week. Both these teams are battle-tested throughout their conferences, but when we just kind of look at the tournament, Michigan played St. Louis, not really that big of a physical team. Robbie couldn't hit shit. An Alabama team that has no bigs, that just launches threes without their starting point guard. And then they played a Tennessee team where Gillespie and Ahmet couldn't hit a broadside of the board. Flip side, Arizona beat Utah State, conference champion. Beat Arkansas, conference champion. Beat Purdue, conference champion. I just feel they're a little bit more battle-tested and beat tougher competition going into this game. Another key factor is Michigan's top 15 in the country are getting to the line. Arizona is top 10 limiting teams getting to the line. Both these teams are going to look to run. I just think the guard play at Arizona is better. I think that they're going to limit Michigan's ability to get to the line and their rebounding. I'll take Arizona. If you really want to get freaky, you can get 4-1 Arizona over Illinois, direct exact matchup, and Pete at 12-1 to win most outstanding player is kind of speaking to me.
Oh, I do like that Koa Pete play. Speaking of which, I'm getting freaky in a different way, Eric. I'm taking Koa Pete first point, plus 750.
I feel like if you wrote an autobiography, Jim, it would be called Getting Freaky in a Different Way.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to put it. That's not a bad idea. That's not bad.
Real quick. Let me speak on Koa Pete. First, I don't listen to really anyone else's stuff. I just kind of go about, do my own thing. But there was this clip on Twitter's X, whatever the fuck this platform's called. And Ryan Russo is saying that Koa Pete should go back to school for another year. Ryan Russo, are you telling me you don't watch college basketball? Because all Koa Pete does is he's physical. He initiates contact. That's what the NBA is. Like, what the fuck? Like, basically all that clip told me is Russo either has no idea what the fuck he's doing or didn't watch one thing at college basketball.
I don't know who Ryan Russo is.
He used to be on ESPN, and then I think he's on.
I know Ryan Russillo.
Yeah, that fucker.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, dude. Dude, I don't even know the fucker's name, dude.
No, all he does is watch NBA. All that fucker does is watch NBA.
And he's fucking cool.
All anybody on ESPN does now is watch the NBA.
Well, he's not. I think he's with Barstool now.
Oh, more reason he's a fuck.
He's dug into the. Eric says I still remember the one time Eric had like a nice little bet and he matched up exactly with all of the Barstool bets on the DraftKings promo.
Dude, I had no fucking idea, dude, and I knew I was dead. Jeez, all those guys do is just follow other people's shit online. Like, I have so many fucking stories.
I'm
He
taking
literally
Kobe
knows
Pete
that.
first points. I'm taking Arizona on the money line, and I'm taking under 157.5.
You know, I want to loop back to the Illinois game real quick. Something about was it Keaton Wagler makes me want to take every single points under for him. I feel like it's one. I feel like he's of all like the marquee freshmen, like he's bottom of the list, and I think that he's really kind of overrated with how he is as a scorer. So you can tell me I'm wrong or disagree. That's completely fine. But I would like to take every single points under for Keaton Wagler.
Also, if you want to fuck around with UConn doing it again, the will there be a buzzer beater in the Final Four? 2,800 plus 2,800 for that.
Let me check something out.
I feel like
I want to look. Go ahead.
what, like, if you really want to get freaky, you could split like what you were gonna play, like what you normally play on a bet, and do it half with one team to be winning at halftime and for the game to go into overtime, and then the other team to be winning at halftime and the game to go to overtime for this one.
Ooh, I do like that.
If you really want to get a little freaky.
That does get freaky with it.
So I'm going to get freaky with Arizona over Connecticut plus 490 in the old exact result. And then national champion, I'm going to go ahead and take Arizona as well, plus 185. I feel like that's pretty good value there for only 4 teams existing.
I do like that. Any other takes you guys want to get off before we dip out of here?
I will say I'm going
to. We do have our parlay that we got to give out to the people.
That's true. I've got my one just straight up parlay here, which is going to be UConn, Arizona on the money line.
Eric, did you have any other straight up parlay that you want to give out? Because I got one that I'm going to make real quick.
If you give me time to like throw some shit together.
You have time, Eric, because I'm still making mine. But also, this has been a great tournament, I feel.
I think it has
Red Robbins. I think it's been a really good tournament.
Yeah, let's set up here. Yeah.
Both teams to score in the first minute. Illinois, UConn. I'm gonna bet yes on that one. By the way, we're gonna get real freaky with it. Plus 300. And then Where was the race to? There it goes. Race to X points. No, I didn't want that. I wanted first points. Where's the first points there? Because I wanted to bet a first score in each game.
A first score in each game.
Yeah.
That's very uncut gems of you. Can you also do like who wins the tip off?
Oh, who wins the tip off is awesome. I love that.
Jesus Christ, dude. Uncut Gems. Talk about a fucking movie, dude.
I love that movie.
Talk about a fucking movie, man.
We should fucking bet on this.
I love that movie so much, dude. Total points, alternate spread, alternate total, race to X points. Come on, what the fuck?
It's okay, Joe. I'm still battling through it over here, man.
No, you're good. You're good. While you're doing that, we'll tell the people what our actual Gym Rats parlay is, which is Arizona money line, Caravan under 4.5 rebounds, and Illinois minus 3.5.
Yeah, did a little. Because I had to do it offshore to get that up over plus 700. I had to go with a little alt line, Jimmy.
Little alt line there.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Hate the game.
Yeah, so those are our picks, baby. Plus 738. Go ahead and tail. We'll keep track. We always keep track. We always remember. We never forget.
Never.
Sometimes.
Sometimes individually we forget, but usually
I forgot to set my alarm this morning and woke up just a little bit before showtime.
I woke up at like 8:10.
Yeah.
I went to bed at 10:30. Woke up at 8. I slept so hard last night.
Jim, I fell asleep exactly when I got off the UFL.
I felt like you would have. I felt like you did. Aviators definitely let you down, by the way.
Dude,
I was hoping
that, dude. I mean, they were awful.
They were awful. Also, that game was drunk. That game was stupid. I think multiple times there was an offensive fumble and a defensive fumble right back to back.
Yeah. No.
Absolute chaos.
I feel like maybe I had some misplaced trust in the Aviators, and also had some misplaced trust in the Defenders' offensive line being bad, because they blocked the shit out of the Aviators last night and just ran roughshod over them.
I think we should know that any team involved with like Kevin Sumlin or Todd Haley, we know what to expect. We know that they're going to be bad.
Should I throw out my UFL bets for today?
Go for it, dude.
Here we go. We got the Louisville Kings +3. That's my play.
That's the only game
Kings
today.
+3.
It's the only game today.
My UFL bet for today.
UFL bet.
I think I was on Kings money line.
I did nothing.
Eric did not touch this one. What's your parlay, Eric?
Okay, hold on.
He's still in the lab, folks.
I'm almost there.
He's still in the lab.
Where the fuck is this guy? I can't find
Keep
line.
it.
All right, here we go.
While Eric's here we go. I was gonna keep doing
go
this weird thing with my hands to distract everybody while he was still going.
All right, hold on. I'm almost there.
Here we go. So watch the hands.
This is what Eric's saying to the people right now.
You want it? I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what we're doing, this is the big parlay. Okay, it's across 3 sports. Arizona money line,
Okay.
Astros and Athletics over 9.5,
Okay.
and Alice Perea in UFC.
Nice.
Thanks, bud.
Very nice.
Noise.
Nice.
This is the almost the end of the tournament, boys. We're wrapping up Gym Rats. Don't worry though, because once Gym Rats is over, brunch time betting returns, and we get real weird with the picks on brunch time betting.
Are we gonna record a what's it called? An episode for Monday?
For the Natty, I feel like we have to, right?
I kind of feel like we need to too, man.
I feel like we have to. So we definitely will be there to preview the Natty for you guys. Don't you worry.
We'll be there.
And we'll see you guys for that next time on some Gym Rats action. Love you. Bye-bye. Kisses.